This is The Voice of Land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Jay Banky.
You guys literally changed how I read Twitter now, because the comments used to just annoy me. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with these people? Now I laugh at them, and I read them in the Topher voice, and Topher Testaverde is one of their personalities, and he's just the accumulation of just all the jerks on Twitter, pretty much. I think they're know-it-alls and just tell everyone else, if your opinion don't matter, mine's more right and yours wrong. And I just read them all like that, and
he's an amalgamation. He's an amalgamation of every negative person that's ever attacked you on Twitter or thought that he knew better than you or whatever. Any person like that. That's who Topher Testaverde is. He's Vinny Testaverde's third cousin. They don't speak though.
I think the videos for me, when I started seeing them, I think what it did for me was like reopen my eyes to the fact that opinions are opinions, facts are facts, and we lost sight of actually having conversations with people, and not like, especially, this is what we've grown up to enjoy, like, is Cleveland sports and having conversations about them, even if we disagreed. Right. Like, we would talk back and forth, and now it's, this whole Twitter world, it's like what I'm saying is right, what you are saying is wrong, but you said, and yet that person said, I think. I never heard a sentence if you were to give the definition of the word fact, I never heard an example of that start with I think or the word think in that. Thinking is opinion. So I appreciate you, and then of course with you guys' show now, like reopening my eyes to just taking a step back. I'll tweet what I want. I'll tweet my opinions, and if people want to talk about it, actually talk real, I'll talk back to them. If they don't and they want to just kind of make it personal and take it too deep, I'm not part of that world. That's just not what you. It's not worth it.
Twitter's not a real place.
No,
it's not a real place.
It's not a real place.
It's not a real place. And you can choose what to engage with and what not to engage with. And the mute function is the most beautiful thing in the world. I mean, I don't even use. I've never blocked anyone on. I blocked one person on Twitter, and I won't say who right now because it's a long story. I'll tell you guys off air. But I mute people. I find it much more passive aggressive and funny to think about them sitting there still tweeting at you while I'm completely oblivious. In the thin air.
Yeah, if someone actually replies to me, and our buddy Nick Padone taught me this, like, you could set it so that, like, if you're not following them, you don't even get alerts for it. So people are like, I'll read something, I'll read all these comments, and I'm like, I wonder what they're actually saying. And I'm like, I don't even see these people. They're just yelling at the wall pretty much, and it cracks me up. Yeah. Well, I was telling you, I think that the psychology behind Brown Twitter is just hilarious to me. It's fascinating.
It is. It's fascinating. It's what brought us there. It's this very weird place. It's the weirdest place on the internet.
It's like a broken windshield. Like that's what it looks like. If you took it, it's a broken windshield. It's just scattered everywhere. There's just so much. From one vein to another vein, you're just looking at it. Where does it go? Like, everywhere. Like
when people have I'll disagree with them, and I'll be like, oh, I disagree with you, but I respect your opinion. Let's have a conversation. I'll try to be real friendly. And they're like, well, thank you so much, like, for disagreeing, but being nice about it. I'm like, yeah, like, most people don't do that. I'm like, no, they really don't. Like,
we're being realistic. We're being real with it.
Well, that's like what our show is like. He says, we always want to have realistic conversations and hear both sides. And if we don't agree with each other, and we'll listen to each other. And if we still don't agree, we just agree to disagree.
Sure. It's the same reason I read foreign press, for instance, because I don't want your opinion. I want to know what happened, and then I'll, come to the conclusion for myself about what's what, Right.
Like we'll all always have our opinions, but I think that even facts get convoluted because it gets presented, like you just said, the information that you need to form your own opinion gets convoluted in opinions that people are trying to present as facts anyways, and then it's hard to sometimes figure out what's real. It's
already there when it gets to you. When it gets to you, it's already been through a filter.
And trying to process something that's already seems like a conflict. Like you're trying to process information and come back with a rebuttal, but you can't because it's already a fight. It's not even it's not it's just a fight. Like you're fighting. It's all what it is.
I mean, the society could get so much further if more people were just willing to just talk like we're talking right now. And we may not all agree on what everybody has said tonight, but we're just talking, and we're talking just back and forth and having a real conversation that hopefully opens someone's eyes, and then have some fun with it at the end, like we will here in just a second. So to try to bring the laughter, bring the fun. I think that's the biggest thing is, just laugh it away. If you feel angry, here's your phone. Just set it aside. If you feel you're starting to get angry, it's not worth it. Just set it aside and open your eyes to what's around you in the world.